Eight. Okay. Hold on. Let me get it. Let me collect the stuff together. Y'all, the more you sit in silence, the more everything starts speaking. The more you sit in silence, the more everything else starts speaking. So, hold on. Who am I talking to? Because I'm channeling, I'm sorry. Because there is I thought there was a split consciousness in the world. No. There are multiple splits, multiple paradigm, multiple shifts because of technology and because of invention. Technology and invention has literally taken a life of its own to the point where it allows everyone to pick and choose what reality they want to morph into instead of being themselves. So when they open their eyes to the current actual reality around them, they get depressed because they're not I don't know who I'm channeling. I don't know. It's a few. It's like a collective thing. I try to do big group channeling. I don't like to do just one person. This is gonna resonate. If you're in the meta, get out. But I don't want to tell you to get out. There's so many versions of meta. There's so many. Let me step outside real quick. Get some fresh air. There's so many versions of meta. I try not to move too much in my living room because literally the way you guys will perceive a message is different if my Wi-Fi was cleared all the way through. But say I was talking real shit, but because my Wi-Fi was glitching, it turns off y'all what is it called? Attention span, because we're not actually as patient as we want to be. How are we supposed to honor and acknowledge the blessings if we don't learn the real virtue of patience? It's like, if you trust somebody to deliver you a message, or if you trust this to happen, if you do this, if you know this outcome is going to happen with this, you have to do what you need to do in the meantime. You can't just always be wishing on a star, expecting, because the reception of energy is in you. So you're supposed to naturally receive. That's your feminine side of yourself. You're the receptionist. It receives. But do you think the receptionist just hold on? You think the receptionist just sits there and be like, she just sits there? You think she's not filing papers? You think she's not monitoring the door? You think she's not answering calls? Actually, she has to do a whole bunch of stuff before she even answered the call. But she still knows she has to pick up that phone. So I think, okay, this just went so many places, but I think that analogy is kind of resonating with the fact that, again, what I say about the end goal, what is an end goal? There's not the end goal. The end is death, right? So what each end goal do you know you're going to come to every day? You're going to go to sleep. So what do you want to do today, in this moment right now? This is a timeless read. In this moment right now, that you'll be satisfied enough to go to sleep. If you take naps in the middle of the day, what would you want to do before your nap that would make you less anxious when you go to sleep? I feel like our bodies are not resting because we're not, again, living in the current moment, but we have to figure out what our current moments are in our own individual world. You can't base it off of someone else's reality. You can't base it off of somebody else's, because this technology, we're just giving people downloads and messages, and we're receiving information through all these social media platforms, people's thought perspectives, but we still have to reel it back into the immediate air we're in. For example, I'm in Virginia. I love hearing downloads and stuff like that, and hearing different perspectives from all over the country, all over the map, even in different states, areas. But at the same time, taking in things from your actual current reality are going to push you further in your own reality. If you get what I'm saying, like, it pushes you further. It pushes you further in the current times. Your mind can be like, oh, one day I want to go here. I want to go, because your mind wants to do things, because your soul is calling you to do things. But right now, if you know you don't have the means to do something, it's not scratch that dream, scratch this. It's like, okay, how do you find a way to elevate every day? It's not even like shouldn't be like, oh, we're chasing the bag, we're doing it. No, it's like, y'all have to remember that abundance comes in many forms. So being able to grab an abundant moment or an abundant choice in the manner, rather than focusing on shoulda, woulda, couldas, or focusing on whatever you didn't do yesterday, whatever you didn't do last minute. Like, again, you can always restart. And if you have patience, with that being a virtue, if you have patience when you're doing these tasks, you can sit in them longer. Because I feel like social media has already messed up a lot of the collective's attention span as a whole. It's made all of our attention spans just as about as short as a squirrel. And like, I love squirrels, but we're not squirrels, we're human people at the end of the day, you know. So we have to actually not only dream big, think big, we have to know that in order to get these big outcomes, it takes time. Whatever time is, it's not an amount you construct or you count. It's literally how much can you push through something you want to do. Because sometimes it is like that when things are getting repetitive, like, you know, with I'm more so talking about the creative practices or the things, your passions. How much work can you put in every time you decide to do work on your passion or where you're trying to go? Like, how much, that's self-care too. The last video I did on the pink moon, we were talking about how the pink moon's going to bring in that spring energy and stuff like that. But like, now what else is self-care other than, you know, how you look like on the outside and, you know, putting the right stuff in. But when you already have that together, what is next? Seeing how much you can put in for yourself without feeling like you need to run to the collective or run to an outside source or run to a different reality because you're scared to live in the current moment. You know, you don't always have to be like, oh, in the future, cradled up, and then, you know, you have to still be present. So how do we stay present? We literally have to be patient with the reality. Time passes by. You know, when you're on your path and when you have that tunnel vision, time actually starts passing by actually very slow. And because we're not used to this slowness, we're going to want to find ways to speed up or just literally jump into another space and time. So you have to be patient when you're drawing with yourself. Be patient with yourself and keep pushing, you know, keep pushing, you know. That's how you create consistency, when you're testing yourself, and that is your inner God. Test yourself always to see if you can do better in your craft than you did yesterday. It's not about the grind. It's about if you already know you're going to get there, how focused can you be in that pure moment of artistic expression? Or how focused can you be in talking to somebody? How focused can you be in doing, making a beat? How focused can you be in photography? How focused, like how much tunnel vision can you have within the current moment of creation, of living? How focused can you be every day? You'd have to just find something to focus on in each moment of the day, but how much in your world can you be so when you see other worlds, you know you can live collectively sane and in your own bubble. It's not about people popping it. People can't pop your bubble if we're just kind of swimming around each other. These things, these energies that you kind of contract from different, just when you take in, when you're viewing things, it's just like knowing that you're still in your own body. You can be separate minded in certain things, but you're still in your own body. You're still moving, morphing in your own body. Like, walk in that. See in that. Don't worry about how you're viewed in that. Because almost everybody's view can be distorted for some reason because of their experiences, but you're pure. We're pure. We're love. And we're dark. And we're light. But everything is. It just is. So it's a knowing that every little thing, is gonna be, or not, for real. We're gonna die. That's okay. But in the meantime, what do you want to do?